Um, I don't even know. Maybe this happened. I think this happened like way, like this chapter's maybe like the found one maybe happened during Lib's chapter because I just don't really know what's going on in here. Like it seems like maybe she's on a different um mission already. Um but I don't know. Well, maybe when we were on a mission, obviously that's like the case where obviously we go on a mission, everyone else does, like it's typical, but I don't know, just I feel like this chapter kind of happened. Maybe I don't know. I wish someone made a timeline, to be honest. Oh, I think yeah, they did. PGR did, so I think I will have to look at it to see when each chapter, like, you know. But anyway, part 4. Do constructs green the electric sparrows? Blackness, an infinite black. Not a deep darkness, but a flat void. Vast yet constricting, suffocating, as she has been compressed into a single plane of existence. Why are you here? Hey, been a while. Is this where you work now? Leon. You haven't answered me yet, Teddy. Am I the one going crazy, or is it you, my dear Victoria? Wait, what? What am I here? This is her first coherent thought, surfacing through the drowsiness. The second, a chill. The heat is reaching her body. The last traces of condensation liquid evaporating from her synthetic skin. She looks behind, and opposed to her bedsheet, a faint, human-shaped outline of moisture is all that radiates off her drink. To her right is a bed-length window fitted with one-way glass. Beyond it, a hazy, deathless sky makes time unreadable. In the distance, skyscrapers pierce the gloom, their lights glowing like a vast, dormant circuit board. What am I even thinking? To the left, a trail of chaos leads from the doorway to her bed. Boots, socks, jacket, shirt, gloves, shorts. The debris of a young woman's life too hastily lived. The bedside clock glows 5:12 a.m. After yesterday's brutal workload and barely 2 hours of rest, even her construct body is protesting. She shakes her head, trying to quell the storm in her mind. Enjoying the dull throb behind her eyes, she pushes herself up, strips the bed, and feeds the sheet into the waiting laundry machine. She slides on the wall, floating it to herself, head buried in her arms. The laundry machine's gentle hum is the room's only heartbeat. Time stretches as time passes. After a long while, the vacuum robot works to life on the schedule, bumping against her leg. It retreats, advances, retreats again. A man's dance of confusion. Teddy reaches out without looking and nudges it onto a new path. Which idiot programmed this time? This thing. Okay, sorry. She stands. Her own reflection waits for her in a full-length mirror across the room. She approaches, setting the young woman who steadies her back. She raises a hand. The reflection mimics perfectly. She tilts her head. It tilts in unison. She clutches a fist, then opens it. The motion is fluid, absolute. And control over the vessel is precise, undeniable. She reaches out, fingertips meeting the cool, hard surface of the glass. Slowly, the chill of the mirror begins to bleed away, warming to her touch. She pulls her hand back. A faint, ghostly print of her palm lingers on the surface, before slowly fading into nothing. The world's responses are exact, undeniable, real or fake. Sorry. Oh my god, I feel like it's sorry. It's morning right now. I'm like, enough. I don't know why I'm tired. Oh my goodness. I think it's fake. Oh my god, I swear. I think. Why do I get the feeling the rest of the chapters like it's gonna be like where it's just fake world and thing like that? Oh my gosh. inside a dark white psychological evaluation room. What does it feel like to reunite with a friend? Download. Download? Download. Do you feel distressed when you see dead bodies? Download. Download. Do you feel more when reuniting with family? Upload. Upload. What does it feel like to live with your parents? Upload. Upload. Do you often feel surrounded by darkness? Touch. Touch? What's she doing? A sealed room. A sealed room. Operating table. Operating table. What? What's she doing? A flying sparrow. A flying sparrow. Your mind is experiencing minor disruption, but remains within normal parameters. Please ensure you take your mandated rest, Inspector. Teddy walks out of the psychological evaluation room, pressing fingers to her brow. Well? Teddy turns around to find Mono leaning against the wall, her face etched with pure exhaustion. And here I thought I was the one who looked tired. That's what happens when you have me digging into Rikubushi Electric all night. Yeah, no you weren't. Care to guess what I found? Just spit it out. The CEO was having a steamy affair with an employee. Oh no! Can't take a joke? Fine. I didn't find a single thing. An expression hardens, her voice dropping to a more serious tone. Absolutely nothing. Teddy raises an eyebrow. Even you came up empty? I hacked her servers, Med3, executed PCs, company emails, every possible source. With what I gathered, I could start my own Rikubushi Electric. Unless you're dealing with someone out of your league. But that's highly unlikely. Even then, I'd find traces of the intrusion, but there's no evidence that the system was ever hacked. A dead end, huh? A familiar gruff poses deep within Teddy's mind. So, Teddy, you haven't answered it yet. What? Manu blinks, taken back by Teddy's sharp reaction. I was asking about your psych eval. Per Bureau protocol, every inspector assigned to a homicide must complete 2 psychological evaluations. 1 to initiate an investigation, and 2nd to close it, ensuring the mental fitness of its field personnel throughout the process. Nothing serious, a bit disrupted, but still within parameters. Fair enough. With a vision like that, it would get to anyone. Do you think your friend data was leaked? All the better. Then I could just arrest you and call it a day. As far as I'm concerned, you're the only person who could steal my friend data without a trace. Manu plucks a disposable electrolytic vape from the pocket. She brings it to her lips, and the device's red tip rears like a warning light. She takes a long, deliberate drag. Ew, okay. She exhales a slow, curling plume of vapor. Through the dissipating taste, her gaze rests on Teddy, now veiled, unreadable. What was with you earlier? Just reminded me of something. What did you say? Last night, I dreamed of Leonardo. He said something similar to what you just said. You better, huh? How long has it been since the falling incident? Wait, what? 10 years. This is the future? Oh gosh. I was not. So it was. Manu takes another deep drag on her electrolytic vape and blows in her mouth to speak. Ah, there you two are. The chief wants to see us. I don't understand. How is this the future? Why? Oh my god, why am I so scared? Chief James is hunched over 2 physical paper reports when Teddy, Manu, and Moore enter his office. He is a picture of efficiency. A sharp-side parted crop of hair, rectangular glasses, a precise mustache, and the unmistakable contours of a dedicated gin gore beneath his dress shirt. One might also wonder if he has a wealthy friend who dresses up in a bad costume after hours. But today, that efficiency is marred by a cloud of palpable concern. Without a word, Manu and Teddy head for the couch and make themselves comfortable, a practiced act of casual defiance. Jane's lip twitches. He visibly chose his path of least resistance. Out of sight, out of mind, and pivots his full, ready attention to Moore, the one who remains standing. I reviewed the reports. What's your assessment of those rioting machines? Monu stretches lazily before responding. No is from Rakubishi Electric. They haven't reported any missing inventory. There should be production serial numbers on our names. Did anyone check those out? Those? Teddy cut in. Didn't find the serial number in that one. Someone might have erased it. The Arlic Avenue attack. The dog sewer disappears. Both involve rioting machines. And evidence from an apartment victim points toward the sewers. And approving Moore's request to merge investigations. Christina, you get step away from this. Investigating a victim who mirrors your friend we would all understand. No, I'm staying on the case. Yeah. Moore, you can also step away. Focus recovering from your injuries. That's not necessary. Chief, my injuries aren't serious. This is nothing for a car struck. Are you sure about that? Yes. Then it's settled. The three of you will form the investigation team. There's nothing else. You're dismissed. Oh my god. So it's been 10 years since the fall of Babylonia? Oh my god. I don't wonder why we're in the future. Unless this is like supposed to be like a fake like thing. And then we're like... And then like Teddy's like maybe in a sleep. Something like that. That's thinking that maybe. But I don't know. The three then file out of the chief's office. After a moment's hesitation, Moore decides to speak up. I've been meaning to ask, do you two have some kind of issue with its chief? There's absolutely no respect for authority here. None whatsoever. Not everyone loves their job as much as you do, but doesn't mean we don't take our cases seriously. I don't really care about things like salary or job titles. As for Teddy, she just has an allergy to rules and red tape. That's quite the carefree outlook. Let's focus on the cases. We've hit a wall with the rioting machines. I suggest we pipe it back to the victim. As the conversation turns to cases, Moore's tone grows serious. So we start by investigating the victim's history and personal connections. Okay. I was planning the same. Jack was only classified as missing before, which limited our access to his private data. I'll do a full background dive. Did you find anything on that storage chip from last night? What's the problem? I'm not sure, but some of the data doesn't add up. Import export volumes, GDP, in plain words, the city is consuming far more resources than it's paying for. It's like a mysterious benefactor just piping the city out of thin air. Could another regions be funding us? No idea. That's well above our pay grade anyway. If people start thinking the world isn't real over something like this, they have way too much time on their hands. They should try feeding our writing instead. Once they are suffering through the creative process, they won't have the bandwidth for these theories. The trio continues their discussion, their footsteps echoing as they move from the chief's office toward the 25th floor reception hall. A perplexing extravagance for a bureau dedicated to crime investigation. As they enter the inspector's office area, a soft chime sounds from Moore's terminal. He glances at the message, and his face instantly breaks into a radiant, unguarded smile. Whoa, that smile is genuinely disturbing, old man. I am not old enough to be called old man. Besides, you two won't even understand the joy of getting a message from your wife. So cute. That's the kind of thing that drives mature, dependable men to face like life head on. Oh, I really love more. Old man is a state of mind, and that speech just proved our point. Damn it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, to thank you both for your help earlier, how about coming over to my place for dinner tonight? Without waiting for a response, Moore's already calling Lean. Lean, could you prepare some extra food for tonight? I'm inviting 2 colleagues over. Right, the ones who helped me before? Manu and Teddy. Manu? Yeah, the famous one from our bureau, you know? Isn't this a bit too rushed? Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Hey, come on. That settles it then. I'll see you later. Oh my god, you didn't really. He's like... Oh well. You answered the call. I guess that's one way to make sure they don't say no, I guess. I don't know, or just force them to come, basically. Wow. On literally deciding our evening. We never actually agreed. Don't tell me you're going to turn me down. Your colleagues will weep. Our friendship will shatter. That's totally an old man act. That's so funny. I'm still questioning, like, I'm surprised this is like. I wonder how we're gonna go back, like, to their current timeline since this is like 10 years in the future, like, since. Oh my goodness.